started having kids and got married and stuff, when I got pregnant with my first child, I totally quit doing everything because I wanted to be the mother that they needed me to be, and I wanted them to have the mother that I wanted, that I didn't necessarily have. And I love my mom, God rest her soul. She did the best that she could with what she had, but she went through a lot of things in her own life. But there was always that need to sell the prescription narcotics. I would dabble, as my kids were growing up, kind of dabbled here and there, like on the weekends for fun, with like the marijuana and the methamphetamine and stuff like that. And pretty much just occasionally, but I always sold the prescription pills. So in 2007, I had a little backache, and I was selling prescription narcotics at this time. My back was hurting. I was like, oh, so I thought, okay, I'll just take a half of one of these pills. And that was literally the worst mistake I ever made. A half a pill turned to one pill, one turned to two, until I was taking up to 10 milligram Lortabs at one time. From that moment on, I was basically taking pain pills every day. Just the fear alone of not having those pills will make you do things that you generally wouldn't do. And I remember laying in bed one night, just in my misery of this addiction. And I wasn't saying a word physically. I was laying there, and tears were just coming just down my face, like just pouring down my face. And out of my heart, I told God, I said, I want to serve you with my whole heart. And I said, I don't know what to do here. I'm stuck, help me. And we basically barely made it out because we were so high. Like when we got out, the water was up to my knee, and I had my kids with me. My daughter was like, Mom, I want to go home. And this was like about a week after the flood happened, and the hardest thing I had to tell my daughter was that we didn't have a home to go to. And that's all I could say to her. And so from that moment on, I guess you would call it mom mode, the survival mode kicked in. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna get everything back. They raided our house. They kicked the doors in. My children went through a lot at that time because they literally came in and put guns to my kid's head. But I knew at that moment, when I seen my kids, like something changed in me. Something changed. And that was the moment that I surrendered everything to God and cried out for help through Eddie Warriors, which I never knew that God would use a prison to set me free. But when I was in prison, that was the freest I had ever been. So Rhonda came in, her and Shantae came in faithfully every Monday, and I was a chapel clerk, so we always talked, and she just took an interest in me and in my life. Gave me hope because she was incarcerated and she was doing so well. Shantae had been incarcerated and was doing so well and had been out, and now she was coming back in and helping, and it was an inspiration to me. Like the Lord has used His house ministries and She Brews and Stand in the Gap to make sure that I have a good strength foundation from coming from incarceration. Life now is really actually good. I just want to thank God for the people that He's placed in my life. This program, this ministry, and all the people that have helped me along the way. Like, I couldn't have done it without them. Their willingness to humble themselves and to give their time and their effort and their energy to make sure that I succeed.